Hello and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. It is November 5th and we are down back in my power generation. Just wanted to show off a couple quick things. I didn't actually do anything down here today, but there are two things I kind of messed up yesterday. So when I was showing, the first was when I was showing that you can scan and see the optimal flow where it says 21 liters per second. The main thing I wanted to show off is that is liters per second, and in here on the regulators is liters per tick. So you have to basically divide that 21 by 20 for the number of ticks. And since that's not, uh, excuse me, an optimal number, like you can't type in 1.2 or whatever it is, it would be 21 divided by 20. So it'd be like, yeah, 1.1, whatever. You can't do that, so I just went with 2. I figured I could deal with a little bit of loss. As you can see, now this input bus is not overflowing. This guy is running at 100% efficiency, producing 1 amp of ZPM or a little bit more. So this stuff's all doing good. And when I left off yesterday, shut down the server for the night, I was at 8 million buckets, and this is at 17 million without me doing any like assistographs on it. So we are gaining, and we have more coming in than we do going out. So now the other thing I messed up was really minor, but I said, oh, I might be able to get to 2 million once those guys speed up down there. Turns out I had forgot to link it, so just make sure you always link your connections and you're good there. So one of the things, the next upgrade I'm going to do over here though, like as just kind of a whenever I think about it type thing, is get some auto maintenance hatches on all these guys, because they do seem to like get hit with maintenance a lot. So that'll just be, like, look at that, running problems, running fine, running fine, problems. So, I don't know, they seem to have issues a lot. So they probably need auto maintenance hatches. I would like to in the semi-near future, like probably not till I get my gravity suit armor, especially now that this is all keeping up. And I only have a few more multi-blocks to go before I start making that craft, as far as I can tell, is swap over to, or at least with, well, I'm using helium and then probably plasma tin from what I can tell on the guides and stuff, or like the wiki, not the guides, is a extreme heat exchanger and some this XL Turbo SC steam turbine. So I haven't crafted this guy yet, but I would just need a few more things set up to be able to do it. There are a couple other things I want to improve though, but since it's keeping up now, I'm not gonna like sidetrack with it myself for now, even though technically the steam is 3 times more efficient. As long as I'm gaining, I'm fine if it's slow, especially since the server runs like 16 hours a day. So that was it down there. Next thing I changed real quick was real minor, but it ended up kind of being important for today, was hop over here. I had actually forgot to, at some point, have it so that all my phosphate dust was converting to phosphor, so I actually ran out of phosphoric acid, so I wasn't let's see, I only have 3.6 million buckets, which is not great. So I need to keep a closer eye on this. I'm not really sure why this phosphor is backing up. Hopefully it's running. Let's see, which is this guy going? This one's Krypton, so this one should be the phosphor. No valid recipe. Need to check on this stuff, because, yeah, so that's that. Input bus, phosphor. Interesting. I don't know, there's whatever. It's not too important right now, but I also ran out of lava. which I still don't have quite, or really that much. That's mainly because if I go over 1 million, it activates these guys so that I can start getting or keep getting tantalum, which I haven't actually checked on in a long time. I never re-changed my I haven't really, in all honesty, for how long the server's been running. 18k tantalum is not that much because I don't make my SMDs out of it anymore, and so it's kind of scary that it's actually still that low. But I did set up a couple more bees. So the Krypton one we've had going, the Xeon one's disabled because I can't use it right now. Moved a sulfur one over here, and then I moved a demonic one over here, and I see an issue that I forgot to do. Did I really not put... Oh, that's what I did. I was like, I could have swore I put void on all these when I was setting them up, but I did not put the drone over here. That'd make a difference. So, yeah. Actually, the other thing I'm kind of curious if I've caught up on... 15k, so not really. The phthalic acid, that's something I have to go back and address and up it even more. I'll probably mainly do more coal coke ovens to speed everything up, the industrial versions. So that was like the initial setup for the day. The actual things I got done. So like I said last night when I was logging off, the main thing progress-wise I wanted to get done today was Naquadria, specifically so that I could make ZPM batteries. Now, basically, or not basically, from this block to this block is the Naquadria line. It is pretty straightforward. Technically, it's actually only this block to this guy, and then these two are recycling byproducts and getting more Naquadia out of it. So you basically, I kind of stopped saying you basically. What you do is you put the Naquadia oxide, which is what you get from the ore, and whenever I breed the bee, which will probably be sometime in the near future, because the way I use batteries, I'll probably need a ton of this dust pretty fast. But comes in here. This guy centrifuges it. It comes over here, where it is then input with some sulfuric acid, which then gets us out the... where is the input bus? Oh, in this case, that turns it into the liquid, which is Naquadria rich solution. Runs through this... neutron activator. This guy, I had actually started to craft an LUV neutron accelerator, but I put in the IV just to see if it would work, because basically after it's done running these recipes, this guy need to like backlight while I do this, runs forever to maintain the level. So if I can run it at IV and like basically be negligible power, that would be nice. So yeah, this one needs to be all the way up here in the thousands for all this stuff. And then its byproducts are split out between the electrolyzer and the chemical reactor, which the chemical reactor gives more to the electrolyzer, and then the liquid that comes out of it comes to this distillery. And then, boom, we got Naquadia. Let's see where we are at since we set it up. So I think I've gone through everything, so it should be... We have 3,700, which is respectable. I'll definitely need more because of batteries and what have you, but good amount for now. As long as I remember to keep 9 so I can make a Naquadia block to breed the bee, I'll be fine. The other thing I did was, when we're looking at the quest book, basically what I'm aiming for is right here, the Mark II reactor. Once I can make one of these, I'm going to make the quantum armor first. Make 4 more to upgrade the power, because these just have built-in overclock, so I'll throw 4 over where I'm making helium, and maybe even make the tin, just depending. Like, I'll look into that a little more before I start running it forever, but that's this guy's what I'm aiming for. And like, to get there, we needed to do these guys, which are like the standard. You're gonna hate this, or though I like that the title changes to "You Can't Get Enough of This." We needed to do the grade 3 water, which we did yesterday. Grade 3. And you can see it's not gaining huge, but I've got 41k now, so a decent amount more than what I had before, at least, and that's with the input buses filling on the 2 machines that actually use it. Then we needed to get the superconductors and the energy hatch, which I also did yesterday. Because we're able to make the batteries, I actually put these superconductor or energy hatches to use. So one of the cutting machines I was able to overclock, so I can now make the PPIC wafers. Specifically, you can make the wafer before overclocking. It's just that to cut it, you need UV power. So that's where the overclocking with the ZPM energy hatches come in. And then the last thing I'm working towards is the super dense. So to get the super dense, if we look in here, super dense, no, that's the quest name. It's like the ISO something other. Hot isostatic pressurization unit. This multi-block, I can't, this is what I'm working on basically for tomorrow will be to get all these missing things, which there are quite a bit of stuff in here. This liquid air is pretty straightforward. I just need to set up a vacuum freezer with an air input hatch that'll just run forever and just fill up a cell of that stuff. The Enriched Naquadah was the next thing. I could have swore I put a pattern together for that. But so we need 2 forms of the Enriched Naquadah and then these 3 blocks. So this guy, the block netherite, which I haven't actually looked whether I need this guy to be. Yeah, we just use infused gold with 9 of these, so this will be straightforward. We already have this multi-block set up, and it should be, excuse me, overclocked to ZPM already. These 2 right here, the coolant and the heating duct, definitely are going to take a little bit more effort. I gotta get this cryolithium because I don't have that set up all, and then a bunch of other patterns, and it looks like some random metals in here, so who knows if there's anything funky in here. I haven't like dug too deep in it. Same with this guy, I imagine. Now micro insulator foil we're fine on. Invar high pressure fluid pipe. Okay, yeah, this one's way, the heating duct's way easier. The cooling duct I have a little bit more work to do. So, but as you can see, we need Enriched Naquadah, which is one of the other ZPM lines. It looks like we use Enriched Naquadah to ultimately make the universal insulator foil, which is going to allow us to make our next tier of coils in the future. But for the moment, we just need the Enriched Naquadah to be able to further, or to make this guy, which, so the Enriched Naquadah line is actually really straightforward and short. I will say, kind of embarrassingly, but it was funny, is I'd actually set up the first step of it a while ago just because I noticed you get a lot more Naquadah out of it, and I wanted to keep that going. Like I had noticed when I was looking at different ways to use some of the byproducts from the Naquadah line, that I could mix P507 sulfuric acid and then this Enriched Naquadah oxide, because I have tons of it. Enriched, yeah, I mean I have like 500,000 together to get out some byproducts that were helpful, and then I kind of paused on it, and then I noticed the process had stopped while I was looking at this. I was like, I clearly isn't running because of the amount of the powder I had, but I could not remember where I set it up, so I spent quite a while looking and trying to remember about this specific LCR. So part of why definitely label your LCRs. And if you notice up here, I did like try to start, but I didn't do every step of it. I just got Naquadria start, Naquadria end, and then over here, the Enriched Naquadria, or Naquadah, I should say, you process that enriched fluid that you already get, or the powder into the fluid. The fluid comes over here with some sodium hydroxide into an autoclave, and then you run it through a neutron activator, and then you're good. At that point it just needs to be smelted, and then these guys are taking care of the byproducts at the same time, because once this guy caught up, the byproduct machines were like, they weren't doing anything, so I just paralleled up over there. If I ever need the speed increase, I did leave myself some room to put a multi-block autoclave, which kind of would be nice anyways, because it'll free up a bunch of channels, because the same one that is down here could definitely be run on the same like autoclave up there, because they both take all the same inputs except for one is Naquadah rich and one is Enriched Naquadah, and then everything else would be the same going into the autoclave. So it would make sense for them to be together and parallelized up. But for the moment, though, I said for the rest, or tomorrow, the immediate plans will be to get that massive multi-block, the ISO thingamabobber. Actually, it looks like blocks of netherite are not actually used for that much. Fusion Casing Mark III. Oh, okay. That'll be fun. Fusion Casing Mark IV. So it looks like for fusion reactors in the future I'll use it more, but for the moment it'll just be to get this guy, the hot isostatic pressurization unit, which I don't think I showed it, but yeah, this multi-block's massive. Basically a compressor with extra stuff added onto it. So that'll be the next step. Get this guy and then start working on the tier or Mark II reactor. And I think, just real quick, look at this. Fusion coil blocks. I'm good on these, good on these, good on these. Yeah, it's literally, we just need this super dense European plate to be able to craft this guy and start setting it up. So hopefully I'll be able to do that tomorrow, but if not, for sure by the end of the week I'll have one of these guys set up. I don't know if I'll have the quantum armor, but in theory, once I have it set up, I should be able to like speed run the quantum armor pretty fast. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling now and go eat dinner. So thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a good night. Goodbye.